Hey everybody, welcome to this video guide for Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered on the Xbox Series X. Today we are completing Sequence 1, Memory 3, and getting 100% synchronization on it. And to do so, you need to make sure that you limit your health loss to 10%, and you need to rescue James within 40 seconds. So let's go ahead and get started with this memory.
Some fresh air might do me good.
Alright, so once you've seen that opening cutscene, we are going to head to the upper deck and follow the waypoint. And once you arrive at the waypoint where the crew is, there's going to be a quick cutscene, and then we are going to start up with a fight. And during that fight, you need to make sure you limit your health loss.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Though you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Alright, so after that cutscene, we are going to be getting into a fight with the crew. At this point, you just need to pay attention to the tutorial that is given to you, and it is very easily done. You just need to avoid taking any damage. You need to limit your health loss to 10% total. So if you take one hit, that's fine, but you can't take any more than that. You need to make sure you avoid as much damage as possible. So just pay attention to the prompts on the screen, and honestly just hold B, or I believe that's circle on PlayStation. Just keep holding it down as you are fighting, and you'll easily be able to block and counter all of the attacks. You can see right here I'm going to be countering this enemy's attack, and they get taken down right away. It is very easily done. All you need to do is time it right and you have the chance to counter. And then once you have defeated the second enemy, we are going to be fighting the first enemy once again. And then once you defeat this enemy a second time, you are going to be fighting them while they are holding a knife. And at that point it is also really easy. It is still just countering and parrying. It is extremely easy, so just see, I counter and then I go for the knockout and it's taken care of. Then a quick cutscene will play and you're going to need to fight this enemy once again. They'll pull out a knife and then it is just the same, but in this case you disarm rather than counter. So we're just going to go ahead and counter. As you see, I even took damage and I still have my 100% synchronization, so you can take one hit and it's nothing to stress about.
What's the meaning of this?
Captain,
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
these thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
Alright, so now that we have gone through all of those cutscenes, we are going to be investigating the crew. This is a very simple sequence. You won't need to worry about your 100% synchronization. So I'm just going to be letting this sequence play out.
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up. The shitty fella won't hardly take his hat off. Keeps his face in too.
Won't be serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
Actually, I've come with a question.
What's that?
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice, go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrel.
Are you James?
Aye,
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me. Oh, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
He's a shifty fella. Won't hardly take his hat off.
He's got our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not. You should feast on lamb and wine, whilst we're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Curious. Most curious.
Any news?
Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it.
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down! A warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks!
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted? Secure the hatch!
Haytham. Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Alright, so now we are going to be fighting Mills. We are now going to be concerned once again about limiting our health loss. So just do your best to counter every attack. If you can, go ahead and get a counter attack in or disarm him. If you disarm him, that's what I did throughout this entire time. You can limit the amount of damage he could do on a follow-up attack, and you just have more time to attack yourself. Easy damaging. That's my preferred method of just taking him down and countering to disarm him. And yeah, just keep that up until he is completely defeated. It isn't going to be anything too crazy. This fight actually, I found it easier. Maybe the pacing was easier than the fight previously, but as you can see, I'm not taking any damage throughout this entire thing. I'm just making sure to counter and disarm every time, and then I'm getting those follow-up hits in. Once you have defeated Mills, you don't need to worry about any more health loss throughout the rest of this memory.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
They'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right, all right. Ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Alright, now once that cutscene is completed, all we need to do is secure the rigging. So follow along with the waypoints and just follow along with the main objective. And once you get to a certain point, you will go up to the mast. I don't know what this section is called. And once you are up above and you are securing rigging that is up on top of the mast, that is when we are going to be concerned about the 100% synchronization objective. So if you want to just see only that, go ahead and take advantage of the time codes and skip ahead, just so that way you can get to the relevant info that you need. But otherwise, we are just going to continue with the rigging. So just go to every single position, securing the rigging as it tells you to. You'll have a bunch of different spots. I think it's 3 that are on the main area here, and then after long enough, the captain will tell you and James to take care of what is on top, and that's when you are going to move up above. So let's continue on to the next rigging. You can see it's in the center of the ship here, and then once we take care of this one, I think this is the last one. Let me just check the timeline. I think this is the last one. And let's see, they're talking about more speed, loose the sails. Yeah, so he's talking about going to the foremast. So this is when you are going to be headed up to, I guess it's called the foremast, right? You're going to head up there, and then once you have secured the rigging up here, that is when we are going to see James is going to be flailing all about, and that is when we are going to make sure we are running as fast as possible. It's a straight line, and it is right in front of you when you start, so you should not have any trouble acquiring 100% synchronization in this level. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if that's because of the waves, but that was kind of freaky. I got scared, and you saw I even lost health there, but it doesn't really matter how much health you lose in this section, because I did not lose any of my health during the fights, so I didn't lose 100% synchronization. But anyways, now we are on to saving James within 40 seconds. So you can see that James is just hanging there, and then once this cutscene has concluded, we are going to start right in front of him. You can see this path is clearly laid out for you. All you need to do is reach James in 40 seconds, and you can see it is not difficult at all. I reached there in 10 seconds. You should have no problem with this. It is right there for you. And once you've done that, that is 100% synchronization acquired once you complete the mission.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Alright, now we have made it to the end of the memory. All you need to do now is climb to the foremast, and that is the memory completed. If you made sure you limited your health loss to 10% and you saved James within 40 seconds, you have also gotten 100% synchronization for this memory. So with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please stick around and subscribe to this channel for more content like this one, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.